Alright, so we're in mount position. When our opponent is defending with his arms, he's keeping his crunch in, he's protecting his neck, and his arms are side by side, ready to protect the other arm if I attack it. We are going to attack it. So what we're doing was the Americana from mount. Okay, if I want to isolate this arm, hand goes to his wrist, hand goes onto his elbow. I keep my arms straight. This is because I don't want this to be a strength contest. I want to get his wrist down to the mat here, okay? Can't keep my arms straight in this position and push, okay, it just doesn't quite work. I'm going to move my body out to the side, keeping my arms straight. I'm going to push his wrist over his shoulder there. Once I realize it's gone over, I then adjust my position without bending my arms. I come on top, I pin this down, my elbow comes down to stop any defense. Hand sneaks underneath his elbow and I grab myself by the wrist. I'm going to rev my knuckles. My knuckles are pointing up to the ceiling. I'm going to rev them pointing away. Same with this arm. Knuckles are pointing up. I'm going to rev them away from me. Here, I keep this wrist connected to the ground. I'm going to lift this elbow up with my elbow. And once I get there, I'm just going to drag his elbow down towards his ribs. Okay? If we were going for this position and I didn't get my elbow down fast enough, okay, I can set this up to be a trap for something else, okay? So I'm going to set it up exactly the same. Come to the side, push. Maybe I get to here and I didn't bring my elbow straight down, blocking him. He reaches over to grab his own hand. Reach over to grab his own hand, pull it back in. Okay, and now I've got to work for this, okay? But when I got to this and he's pulled himself over, if he really wants to get flat on his back and pull his arm in, he has to really come over this way to get momentum to pull over. Okay, if he keeps his back on the mat, okay, there's no strength to pull his arm back in, okay? He comes over to the side, now he's probably got the momentum to pull his arm back into defensive position. But what he's done is open up some space behind his back, behind his neck, okay? And that's what I wanted, that's what I was going for. I'm going to take the leg on this side, I'm going to slide it up right next to his head, use my leg as a pillow, and pin his back so he can't roll back onto the mat, okay? So I roll in, and I keep everything really tight in so he can't roll back easily, okay? To do this, I've had to turn from this angle to this angle, which is good, this is what I wanted. But you'll find that this leg is now outstretched, it's in a bit of a weird position, okay? So I need to get my leg underneath his arm. Nothing's right there, his arm's on the ground. So I'm just gonna grab his elbow, pull it up. Now there's some space for me to put this leg in, okay? This leg is extended. I'm just gonna kick it out in front of me. I'm gonna point my toes towards his legs and then curl it in, okay? This is S mount, okay? I'm gonna reach underneath the nearest arm, because this is the arm I'm attacking, but there's no reason why you should let go of this arm. My leg is stopping his hand, his elbow from hitting the ground again, but I can keep hold of this, okay? When I'm in S mount, I should feel relaxed and balanced and ready to go when I decide I want to go, okay? Now I need to get my left leg over his head. Can't really do this because my weight is evenly distributed on both legs. So to stop that, I'm just gonna lean over towards his legs, okay? Making my left leg really light. To make it even better, I could let go of the elbow. Keeping hold of this arm, I'm just gonna lean all the way forward and put my hand on the ground. Here, keep myself balanced, but now I've got all this movement in this left leg, okay? From there, I'm just gonna bring the leg over his head and I'm gonna curl my heel in to make it tight and also kind of try and make him look the opposite direction. From here, I've not sat down, but now I'm ready to. Squeezing my knees together, I'm just gonna sit down. With this, I keep my knees tightly locked in. I keep his elbow attached to my chest. Now, I've got to deal with this gable grip, okay? If I just sit back, maybe he's not gonna let go. It becomes a strength contest, okay? I'm gonna bring both arms under. The arms that are closest to his legs, I'm gonna bring this in to the crook of his elbow. This arm is gonna come a little bit higher, my wrist onto his wrist. And from here, instead of falling backwards, I'm just gonna fall down towards his head and pull, okay? Under, pull, there you go, broken. Now I can lean up. From here, I make sure my knees are squeezed together and I want his thumb to be facing away from me. I'm which means his elbow is facing down. It was nice and tight, so he tapped straight away. If his thumb is in the wrong position, I'm just going to use my hands, adjust it so it's in the right one. If you've done this nice and tight, you don't really need to adjust, okay? If I've been a bit loose, maybe I'm a little bit further away from his shoulder than I want. There's no submission, so I have to bring my hips up to get the submission, okay? So if you've done it nice and tight, you're really close towards him, you should be able to submit him without bringing your hips up. If you do, it means you're just a little bit far away. You bring your hips up, okay? Thank you.